First tonight, tackling a problem that's existed for decades, but that we're now taking more seriously: lead in our drinking water. When it comes to young children especially, there is no safe level of lead exposure, and new federal rules are going to affect in the coming years to improve safety. Well, just yesterday, the Buffalo News published an exhaustive front page article with the headline, as you can see there, "Half of homes tested have lead in tap water." Now, to be clear, that's because the Erie County Water Authority, Buffalo Water Board, Niagara Falls Water, and others are mandated to test a lot of homes that have lead service lines. They are therefore more likely to have lead present. But there are many thousands of homes in western New York that will have to have those lines replaced, and the cost is in the hundreds of millions of dollars. This is all due to new rules from the federal government. And the big question tonight is, where will that money come from? Joining me live now is Ken Kowalski, Executive Engineer for the Erie County Water Authority. Hopefully we have Ken. There we go. Sir, we appreciate you taking some time for us here. And I mentioned there some of the numbers, hundreds of millions of dollars. First of all, can you put that into perspective for us and why it is that this is such an expensive undertaking?
Michael, the overall cost of this project is very extensive. I mean, if you look at a normal average year, capital spending is about $30 million. So to look at a $300 million price tag over a 10-year period, majority of the work that we are going to be slated to do is going to be going towards removing lead service lines. So that's why this overall federal mandate that came in has a very heavy price tag to it. So that's why we are always lobbying our outside, our government, federal senators, and then also our state lawmakers too, for additional funds to help take care of this problem.
The first step in all of this, right, is being able to identify which homes need to have the service lines replaced. And I know there is a requirement to sort of map all of that out. That's happening relatively soon, right?
Yeah, so under the revised lead and copper rule, later this year in October, our inventory will be due. So what the Erie County Water Authority has been doing, we've been working with our consultant, Arcadis. We've been working on a predictive model to help collect data, and that predictive model will then help us give a better idea of where lead services are located throughout our area. Because as our system grew over the years, a lot of times we took over towns like Clarence and the city of Tonawanda. We didn't get a lot of good information on those service lines. So that's why we're going through this process now, pouring through our existing data and then using this predictive model to help us better hone in on where these services are.
Some people only read a headline and don't read the full article. I shared the Buffalo News report there. To be clear, it's not that half of homes in western New York or in Buffalo or in Erie County have tested positive for lead, right? This was a very small sample, and it was sort of skewed because they were looking at homes, many of them, that have these lead service lines. But how many homes, how many people watching right now do you think should be worried about lead in their water?
So based on our initial model results, we think we have about 7,000 lead services in our service area. So that is about 4% of our overall inventory. We have about 175,000 connections to customers. And then there are also homes with lead solder that also are part of this testing program. So per the EPA, what we're required to do is we are required to go out to 100 homes. 50 of them need to be homes with lead service lines, and then 50 of them need to be homes with lead solder. So what we're doing, we're taking these samples, we're dropping the kits off the night before. The customers let the water sit overnight. They take the sample in the morning. The Water Authority comes and picks up that sample, and then we run the test results and then share those results with those customers. And what this is helping us do is making sure that our current corrosion control practices that we use with our water quality parameters are acting the way they should be. So we always expect when you run these tests that you should be finding lead in these samples, but you want to find them at levels that are below the current action levels that are required by the EPA.
When we talk about those 7,000 homes that may have lead exposure here, that's just with the Erie County Water Authority. Remember, we still have the Buffalo Water Board, Niagara Falls. I mean, there are many different public water systems, even in western New York. But when you're talking about, that many thousands of homes, it's an expensive thing to repair it from the edge of your property into your home, right? But when you talk about the $300 million it's going to cost you, that's to replace everything, right? What you're responsible for and from the property line into the home?
That is correct. That covers both the public side, which is what the Water Authority owns, and it also covers the private side, which is what the homeowner owns, which within our system is from the property line right at where the right-of-way ends, and then into the home up to the meter is considered the private side in our system.
And it explains why there's this $300 million price tag. I know you talked about lobbying lawmakers. U.S. Senator Schumer has pledged some money. The state has pledged some money. But right now, we're talking about just a small fraction of what you're going to need over a 10-year period. $75 million, right, in just the next 3 years. Where's this going to come from? I mean, does this keep you up at night as someone who was in this arena?
It definitely does, because not only, as we mentioned earlier, not only do we have these needs to worry about, we also have the needs of the rest of the system. So you have treatment plants, pump stations, you have your entire transmission and distribution system network that you also have to worry about doing capital improvements on. So that's why we're really focusing. What the authority is going to try and do is over the next 3 years, we're going to try and make this push to get rid of those 7,000 lead services so it can really drive down that lead in water for those specific homes. And it does come with a hefty price tag. It's going to be a significant amount of work. $75 million is a big number, and that's why we're pushing people and lobbying people like Senator Schumer. Very appreciative of him coming to town recently, allocating or fighting for that $5 million, which is a great start. But we're going to be contacting our senators for additional money to try and get this program up and running within the next year.
And homeowners should also be aware there can be lead that gets into the water from your faucets and other things that you own as well. Lynn Kowalski is executive engineer for the Erie County Water Authority. Such an important topic and a lot of nuance to it. So thanks for helping us understand it.
I appreciate it, Michael. Thanks for having me on.
All right.